Get ready, men. Go to war on these cowards and break their bones. They tremble already at the sight of us.
Yep, wonderful. Okay, that was that. Alright, and I am Carpus, so welcome to a Rome 2 video today, actually. Kind of got back into Total War a bit recently. I was playing Rome with my friend Wiggy. So, as we see, we can join I am Suebi against Pontus, and obviously another enemy over there sharing the same nation, and my friend is Macedon. I'm trying to actually think now about how well this game really did play out. I'm going to sort of walk through my army for a little bit first. We've got some longbow hunters, we've got the 200 range here. And behind this we'll have wooden spears, behind that again we'll have a cross between a few berserker units and a couple of hex bearers. There's the hex bearers there. And of course my general, which is the sword masters for the extra melee. Gonna come over here though, however, because Wiggy with Macedon has got a fair few amount of horse archers. Again, you know, they are very slow in their range because they are, yeah, they're javelin throwers. I remember him complaining that they were really bad range during the game. I was like, are they javelin men? Or are they actually archers? I know they're actually archers, but you know, javelins. I'm gonna come here and look at my enemy army here, so you can see how well he. Also, I'm gonna see his sort of army. He's got this berserkers, got some sword masters. And he's got a couple of cavalry there and riders. He does have some archers here, which I think are the Germanic, something scouts. They could shoot while invisible as well, I recall. So here, looking at it from this side as well, Pontus seems to have a slightly bigger army than I kind of hopefully will play out soon. Wooden spears are kind of really good fires, but at the same time I've got to deal with quite a lot of these Pontiac swordsmen here. So it shouldn't be too bad. I think they actually are as strong as the 4-axe swordsman, but here, as you can see, I'm just going to pull back my archers. I don't know if he's going to go for a big push or not, so okay, I'm going to pull back my archers and have my spears in the front sort of thing, and they'll hold hopefully any additional line. Thinking about it, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was moving up all of his men, since they have a good armor rate there for their teams against archers and all that stuff, to bring them up and let them use their spears and then charge them, sort of like a little countermeasure, because as you can see he has no actual range units here. Come over here, as you can see Wiggy is sending some of his archers over here from Macedon to help out in this. I'm not too sure how many that's going to kill. Got a few off the back already, I guess. And you can see I'm going to plant my guys here just to keep them just shooting basically as they go. There we go, as you can see here, he's got some of his men in the back when they're throwing spears, while his swordsmen come in for the actual combat. Frames for some reason dropped down to about 20 a second, don't know why that's just happened. I also do have some scout riders. I have got to mention that before. But these are pretty much just a very light harassment unit. I don't expect them to do all that too much. The berserkers, as you can see here, I've now set into battle. I've got some additional support, I guess, from these scout riders. But here on my side, it has turned into one strong. I'm going to hit basically fast and hard and really kind of see what happens. Over here, however, it's currently looking a little bit slower pace. I'm not too sure how good pikes are anymore. I know that in Attila they are pretty awful, so I don't use pikes at all in Attila, really. I don't think many people do anymore, but in Rome they used to just hold the line constantly. You can have that against an army, especially against AI. Okay, come back over. As you can see here, some of their swordsmen are starting to sort of rout. On the right hand side here, I'm sort of doing a lot better than I would be over here. Over here it's kind of a little bit hit and miss. Guys who got berserk, rather than fighting in the main fight, they rather chase and kill these few guys here. But I know they're sort of, they're like, okay, more guys, let's go fight these guys. Kind of still surprised I'm doing here. The berserkers, despite that looked cool. Berserkers, despite their unit size, are actually incredibly good fighters. So I thought sending that extra reinforcements here on my left. I am, after all, a warrior tribal nation, so let's get my fucking guy in here and fight, you know. He's a leader, not a ruler. And as you come down here now, I'm going to see actually not a lot happen here. Kind of a little bit of slim pickings, you know. I'm going to see what these units actually are. Oh no, these are longbow hunters as well. Just wanted to position off them. There you go. I just like doing that in Shogun, just having a quick look at the thing. I'm not too sure what he is actually doing here. If I were to give him any advice, I'd probably pull back these about 5 or 10 paces and send up their archers to start targeting him. I think what he's doing here could be classed as quite wise, hitting one set of archers and going down for the other, because they'll do overall more damage. Again, other than that, I got the habit of back in Shogun. I found that more efficient on that game than I have on other playable games, but hopefully it'll sort of hold out. There you go, coming with the 4-axe swordsman now against the sword masters. If I had to put money on anything, I'd probably put money on the sword masters. But oh, fucking hell, that's cool again. Alright, I need to stop doing that because it's gonna waste a lot of time. In comes the fire arrows though, or javelins. I'm gonna quickly hover back to my side because my side is now gonna start to get a little bit shaky. As you can see, I've lost the middle side here. My right side is overly bulked up. I lost my middle, which means obviously now that some of these guys are gonna come and chase me. But one thing you learn pretty quickly from a lot of games is micro management. So as you can see, I've split my archers here. They're on different sides. They're going to be targeting these while they chase off. These I'm going to split off again. I do move these again a little bit later time and sort of come around and help her here, because as you can see, it's now just more or less my general fighting on. General's a solid unit, so I don't have to worry about him too much. That's one nice thing about being in this faction. In fact, you can see here, this is going to be just a little bit running around. I don't know if these are, yeah, berserkers I should have in the core of the fight. That's where they will be most beneficial. This is just a big waste of time on all of their angles. And you can see we managed to break these here. I got these just moving. I was like, okay, they're gone. We can start moving these a bit now. So now I got my archers to sort of target this, so I can dedicate them back into the actual core fight. The odd thing like this, as you can see, I'm starting to send like one unit at least to sort of help support this. I think Wiggy now is starting to send his archers over to help support it. I'm not really too sure why. Some of his archers still can be very efficient here, and he's also be very careful as well, I guess, because it's cavalry and things like that. The one good thing might be a Macedon, I guess, your units are dominantly spearmen, so you sort of nullify enemy cavalry like that. But as you can see, he was standing here for such a long time, he has lost a considerable amount of his men, and now he's trying to push up, and our pikes and formations have no movability, and well, you can see what's happening. Not really too sure what happened here. Okay, these are just shield bearers, he hasn't got his pikes up. Some crazy reasons. So the berserkers will bust this easily. That's one thing that we've got to be careful of. Over here I've brought, I think, yeah, the sword masters have suddenly started to get the upper edge on the 4-axe swordsman. Something that we weren't really surprised about. Well, I'm not surprised about. Got his archers here now helping this core fight here. But look, I don't know if he's actually doing more damage to me or not. But the whistling, oh no, the fire is taking effect on all of our units. So that, I'd rather him aim for, you know, the general. That's what it's going to come down to soon. He did have a unit like down, yeah, this unit comes back in a second. I just left that unit alone. He used them later on, but all we did really is move them up along there and just did nothing really with them, so. So as you can see here, my battle against Pontus, to be fair, I think that I would have won it pretty because my actually I don't know. I'm about to say I won it pretty because my general was in the conflict, but then his general hasn't even set up yet. They are pikemen, so probably what I would have done is set in like one of my archers stuff to hit him from the front and send my general around and get a few berserkers there just to hold up the lines. So as you can see here, we're starting to mass route and break this quite easily. I don't know how good he is with the micromanagement here. All of his men seem pretty good. Either that or they got the little auto run ability on. I'm not really too sure about that. There you go, my guy's starting to move out of the way as well, so I believe I get there eventually. Yeah, that really needs to stop routing now. I'm going to quickly pop over here actually, because I didn't really see too much of what's going on before, but looking back now, there were a lack of men on his side, and although this will probably hold back quite a few, like, its layout is completely inefficient due to all of this can hit behind him. He's got his general there still. I don't know where his cavalry is actually currently at the moment. I think they're probably, yeah, they're the ones here hitting actually into his general. I'm not too sure what his generals are. They are companion cavalry. They were riders of solid units. Yeah, so the problem there. So I think just their numbers alone will end up winning that for them. Some of the cavalry now sort of trying to move along over here. It's probably, if I were him now, got them there, charge them in the back just to break the lines. Because even though they've lost so many, the berserkers are also starting to break through as well, so we don't have to worry about that one at all. I'm going to quickly pop over back onto my fight. My fight looks like it's actually doing alright as of yet. So there you go. This is something now where I kind of should have thought about hitting his general just a little bit sooner. Like if I saw this, what was so a minute ago when I was saying about hitting his general back when he was shooting into the men, I want to mention that then to try and sort that out. So that could have meant in his general dying. But then after this fight, I was like, there's no way I have enough men to deal with this sort of thing. Like Pontus gave me a good fight. Oh, he's got Tarrant cavalry. Okay. worst in the world. You guy's fucking solid. That's all going on. Right, okay, now it's regrouping. This is where I told him now just to regroup your men with mine. So there's no point having his men up there in strands by themselves dying. Come just regroup. Pull your men back and we'll try and make some form of line to regroup about this. I think this is when he starts moving this stupid little unit here. Yeah. Yeah. Shh. There you go. Let's be here. I'm just gonna bring up my archers to sort of help fire into this while all this little bit of mixing going here and there, confusion's happening. And I have actually quite a little detailed look to see what's going on here. So all matters, apart from that unit, I guess, don't really have a lot in them. A lot of their cavalry are about half health. Berserkers are looking pretty good. Gotta be careful with the longer bow hunters, I guess, as well, because they're really doing a lot. But the thing that I gotta really worry about is both of their generals, because this general unit hasn't fought yet. I think it's a solid unit, and it's still got what 142 men in it, so it's only lost 18. So it's one of those. Okay, it's pretty close. Ooh. Speaking of quite a bit then about taking a drink, hopefully it's coherent enough for you guys, because as traditional Fansham, I do a video, I get a blocked nose, feel a bit ill. I don't know why. Oh. Gonna absorb really what happens here. Okay, he's turning around for a bit of a charge. This is the thing as well, I pulled my guys back, okay, get my guys at least together sort of thing. Not really too sure what Wick is doing here with his men. I don't know if I did mention before about putting them back and keeping with the line, but it looks like, as you can see here, he's putting alongside here, so if anything, either he should pull back or I should push up, but it looks like he's quite dedicated to pushing up, so I should have also been joining him round about now. Not too sure if I do manage, if I do stand back here like this for too long. See, I'm starting now watching a bit of the fight happen. 4-axe swordsmen won't be able to run away from noble riders. Hopefully the foot companions do manage to do a little bit of damage. Foot companions though are pike infantry though, I believe, so yeah, pike formation they do have in standard swords. Coming in from behind them though, chasing into that flank is going to be quite a fair few berserkers. You've got some sword masters here now pushing in as well. I've got to be sort of half cautious here because, as you can see, he's starting to send some noble riders out at me. I'm sending in my berserkers just purely to hold it up sort of thing. What I want to do really is move my archers out and around, have them around here sort of angle as well, so yeah, they can start firing into this fight. We can hold this up a little bit more. As you can see, we managed to do quite well here against the noble cavalry, so my berserkers, you know, live up to their name and managed to fight off into that. So as you can see here now, we're going to start basically sending guys in. I'm sending my berserkers to fight. Or not. Not at all. Oh no, there we go. Okay. I don't know why I send them directly up into here rather than into the sidelines here, because I reckon hitting into the sidelines here would also help a lot, considering Wiggy's men trying to stand firm. I'm not too sure what they're doing, but as you can see here, we've also got the archers now coming. I think they're like in sort of pike formation, but they're facing off to the left. I don't know how some of the units work in this game. I say in this game. Oh, he is actually using these units. This is the bit that I didn't see. I thought he just sort of made them stop and just do nothing for the entirety of the game. Keep an eye on that. I also did tell Wiggy that that was happening. I did not that, because I noticed that I did tell him that there was a unit going around when he was walking, to keep an eye on it. So hopefully he hasn't completely forgot about that. As you can see here, some of their longbow archers now starting to hit into my guys. These are my berserkers, so I'm trying to get into this core fight here. If I can get them all fighting together while also Wiggy's got some men to hit them off from the other side, I was like, hopefully it's going to do quite well. This whole bracing shield thing I find in Rome doesn't really do as much as I would like. It's good for a lot of units, but something like this, I always find it more efficient to actually charge your men in rather than being stabbed in the face. Come down here, as you can see, there's some of my guys now gone to battle. He has sent his Noble Rider's actual general unit now into the fight. Not really too sure what he is fighting here. He's fighting some berserkers. I don't have a lot of them left in that unit in 25. And this here, obviously, I got my archers all firing. On this bit here, I don't know if I know, I may have been before his men war and his general, which is pretty nice. At this point now, I probably would change fire onto this side purely because they just have that less amount of men. But we're also going to be careful now, as you can see, because they're starting to charge up. So, oh, no, I have changed. We're at a fire, which is quite good. Here, I am not winning. Sort of thing. I set my general just as a final fight in against him to see kind of what happens. One thing I've got to be careful about, obviously, is the longbow hunters there just shooting point blank, efficiently or effectively, really, into my men. That's what I've got to be careful about. And again, here, splitting up my archers, more micromanagement there, chasing me down. Looking over at Macedon, I believe seems to be gone. Just a bit of a bummer here. I believe this is my men. They're actually doing alright. Yeah, it is. I'm yellow, he's the red. So my berserkers managed to do this little bit here, because also when berserkers get into their fight, they just sort of go. You don't have to really worry about them, so just do what they need to do. So I think it's here again, just trying to get some running away while I get others firing arrows, guys chasing them, so they can free them up, basically do the same again. Because as you can see here, I'm just going to do this whole song and dance to try and get rid of these guys here. Which is massively effective against me, because I now have no archer support at all into the core fight itself. Here, as you can see, I just turned my general into fight their general. I did not realise they were pikes set up like this until I was doing this video, so as you can see, that was massively dangerous and awful, and I should not have done that. I should have been a lot more aware. When his men are even called bronze shield pikemen, I should assume they have pikes. But as you can see here, it's just pretty now my archers, and I think one unit of berserkers. So we watch the berserkers fight a little bit here at the end. So, as you can see, this was a wonderful and most tragic defeat by Ivan Carpus. I hope you enjoyed. I do believe I also have Attila saved. I do have a full samurai video that I need to get around, war game that I need to get around to record him. And I believe that's everything. I'm Carpus. I'll let this play out, and I hope you enjoyed.